G'day, it's Steph Tisdell, and I just wanted to chat with you about something. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm actually a comedian in my everyday life. That's what my job is. And recently I've been painting and I've been selling paintings, and people have been asking me if I could show them how to paint. But here's the thing, I absolutely can't, because I'm totally a beginner and I'm still learning, and there's really no use in listening to me because it's just me fumbling my way through, which I'm happy to have you guys along for, obviously, and actually I'd really love to have you a part of that journey while I'm fumbling through. But I want to get this video out there for anybody who's interested in anything. To me, the metaphor of painting in particular, it's such a metaphor for life, because to me it's all about the idea of kind of a blank canvas and the fear that you have about making the first mark. As so many things in life that relates to, I guess. It's this weird thing, isn't it? Like as a kid, right? Like as a kid, you're really encouraged to do new things and like learn. And everybody knows that it takes a long time to learn. And like when you're a kid, it's like exciting to say, oh yeah, I've been doing dancing for 5 years. Like it's exciting to have this like longevity behind it or something like that. But when you become an adult, there's this idea that things are only skill sets, and that you should already know them, and that if you don't, it would be embarrassing to start learning at this juncture, which I really hate. Like I'm just obsessed with learning. I love learning. Like I don't care what it is. I think that whole pursuit of knowledge is super fun, but also I'm a very creative person. And when I went through a really rough time and got really bogged down and felt like I wasn't very creative, I actually came across a podcast. It was one of the most like enlightening things I've ever listened to, where basically it kind of spoke about the idea of writer's block or kind of not feeling creative. And it made a point that I'd never really thought of before, which is that for some reason we put creativity in a different box to any other skill or anything else that we need practice for. And so we go, oh, I have to feel creative, otherwise I can't do anything. Instead of this idea of like, well, I need to work towards getting my creativity back up. And what this had put forward as an idea is that actually the most important thing for you to feel creative is to consume lots and lots and lots and lots of different things. If creativity is about creating, or expressing your own ideas and expressing them and putting them out, then it does require the ability to create those new ideas. And if you're looking at like a blank wall all day, for example, and you haven't seen anything new and you're not expanding your horizons, then how on earth are you going to get those little synapses going and get those exciting new images to create new images in your brain that you can express from there on? So I remember in 2018, before my first proper Melbourne Comedy Festival show, I was really stuck on getting the final stuff written down. I felt like I'd lost motivation, and I felt like I couldn't be funny anymore. I couldn't be creative anymore. And I was freaking out because I really wanted to make a good impression, like this is what I want to do. And I listened to this podcast about how you have to treat creativity like any other muscle, like an exercise or something. If you go, you know what, oh man, my legs are sore, my legs aren't working the way they used to, they don't feel as strong, and you have to go and work them out. It said, well, you got to do the same with that creative part of your brain in the same way that you would do the same if you feel unmotivated. You'd look for ways to get motivated, right? And so it said, listen to something interesting, allow yourself to fall down rabbit holes, allow yourself to start new conversations with different people, and consume things that make you curious, because that's where creativity comes from. So I know this is a really weird video, but I just basically wanted to say, instead of starting from like, oh hello, you want to do some paintings, start before that. Figure out what it is that you want to do. It's whatever hobby you're picking up. Figure out what it is that you're feeling nervous about with it. If it's that you need to consume more, consume more. If you're wondering why you don't have any big ideas like other people, then listen to more things and challenge yourself a little bit more. If you think that the reason why you're too afraid to pick up a book and start writing, or pick up a canvas and start painting, or start doing stand-up, if you have a real look within, perhaps it's not the actual writing process or the painting process, but the idea that you're doing something new that you can't possibly know the results of. And honestly, like, grab that with two hands and get super excited, because that's the fun shit. Like, there aren't that many moments in life as an adult, right, where you go, oh, this is this thing I don't know how to do, I could fail, or I could massively succeed. They just aren't. They all happen as a kid, and they're kind of, the fall is cushioned. But as an adult, like, the rise is like, the fall might not be cushioned, but we know how to get through those things. And also the rise is huge, you know? Like, I don't know. But that's how I wanted to start the channel. I just want you guys to be on board, because I'm going to do heaps of weird, creative stuff. I want you to hang out with me while I watch dumb videos. I want to get weird, do sketches and all that sort of thing. But to me, this is probably the most important thing that I could talk to you about, is to use creativity to sort of get a new level of fearlessness, and to get inspired and to get curious about your life again. So, I feel like a dick for saying that. I'm 27, what do I think I am, Oprah? No, but I mean it. And there's heaps of things I'd like to talk about, like little lessons that I'm learning along the way. Not because I know, because I absolutely don't. And the truth is, how weird is this? Life, there is literally no answer. Nobody's ever won it. There's no such thing as winning life. Like, nobody ever has. So, make your own rules up, who cares? I will chat to you soon. I don't know how long this is going to take me to edit. I'm just talking to my own face right now. Actually, that's not true. I'm talking down a lens, desperately avoiding looking at my own face. I've done it. I'm looking at my own face now. Now I'm looking at the lens, own face. Very weird. First time I've ever used a camera like this. Don't know if this is a shit setup. Don't know if it is. I'll find out soon. I look like I've got a mullet. Love you, fellas.